Alright, I've been told I'm live. Can people hear me? I am live, cool. Alright, so this is Undertale, True Pacifist Ending, Glitchless Run. It's the only main category, as far as I know, that hasn't been featured in a marathon. So that's why I kind of picked it. And I chose Squash, because XZ gave me this very clever name of a fallen human being named Squash. So without further ado, let's get this run started. So before I started this run, you have to delete every save file, or Flowey's texture will be different. And that'll result in a New Game Plus run. Some people also have a hard time deleting their files when they do a genocide run. Because if you're connected to the Steam cloud, it just automatically puts it back into the folder. But that's the only mod we're allowed to do to the game, is to delete the Steam connection to the game, so it's DRM free. You may hear my keyboard right now. It's a lot of loud text mashing. I'm doing Z, X, Enter, Shift in that order, where Z and Enter close the text box, and X and Shift will advance the text in the text box. And doing mashing in that order is the fastest way to advance text in the game. I'm also running on the Linux version 1.001 English. It is not the fastest version. The fastest version is 1.05 Japanese. But Japanese had an input fix, which makes it very hard to mash. But the Japanese text itself makes the run so much faster. Can I do this? There we go. So right away, I'm going to be grinding some encounters to get some gold. I need, I believe, 7 gold to get the spider donut, which we use to get past Muffet without fighting her. Each frog in a Wibsing gives you 2 gold. Should have 6 right now. I'll be getting 1 more encounter in the triple rock room. Oh. My menuing is quite rusty. Alright, so I should have enough gold to get the spider donut here. Napstabluke is a very sad character. We have to cheer him up 3 times to get past him. You have to be careful on the 4th turn. If you do not cheer or flirt, Napstablik will go into like a panic mode, and it wastes about 3 minutes to get him cheered back up, and you're most likely gonna die. Each room after this has a chance to get an encounter, and obviously we don't want those. And after ruins, we'll end any source of RNG in this run. After that, it'll be purely mashing and execution based. Have to hit these switches in rooms that change perspectives. I also picked up the ribbon because I'll be using 5 equipments in the Metaton fight, which each equipment gives you 1500 ratings, and you need 12,000 ratings to end the Metaton fight as soon as possible. Grabbing the pie here for 2 reasons. We're going to be fighting Asgore at level 1. Using the pie does make the fight a little bit faster, because... Oh my gosh, okay. Increases our attack, or it reduces his attack and defense. And also we use it on Asriel to shorten one of the soul phases, or save Asriel, save Asgore and Toriel by 2 turns. Alright, that was really good RNG. Toriel has, what, 5 different attacks? 2 of them are hand type attacks, and those are the only attacks that cancel the turn. So you want to get the hand attack, run into it, and it immediately cancels the turn. Every other attack you have to wait out the turn. There is a strat to get more than 6 hands. One of the attacks has a fireball spawner, which if you hit the spawner instead of the fireballs, it does 1 hit point of damage instead of 4, which allows you to get up to 8 hands to cancel instead of what I just had with 6. Hello, Justin. So now that we're out of the ruins, like I said earlier, there's little to no RNG left in this run, which makes it amazing. Yeah, the walking sideways graphical glitch was found by GD Tog. It's a very funny little glitch. So I immediately reorganized my inventory there. I wanted to put the Tough Glove as the first item in my inventory and immediately equip it. I'm not going to use the Tough Glove at all. I'm going to use the stick instead because I started with a stick equipped. And that actually makes a couple of these dogfights a little bit faster to use the stick. So normally you'd have to pet doggo right there 2 times, and then you can spare him, but using the stick reduces that by 1 turn. I interacted with that square right there, which turns off the switch. And there's actually a glitch you can do right here, which is frame perfect and completely RNG based, where you enter this cutscene and get an encounter at the same time, which skips this whole boss fight right here. But no one actually goes for it for that exact reason. Actually can solve this puzzle right here by hitting a switch behind the tree. Some people don't know that. And in 1.0 instead of 1.001, you can actually skip one of the triggers for Papyrus, which saves a few seconds of his dialogue. And it's actually allowed in glitchless, just because all you have to do is walk, and people do it a lot in casual playthroughs. So normally you would skip the ice puzzle bridge animation, but that's not allowed. So what I just did was the fastest way to complete this puzzle in glitchless. I have to really think to not do the ice puzzle skip. Greater Dog can give us 1 of 2 attacks, a spear or a dog. We want the dog because we can run into it and cancel the attack immediately. Like that. Saves about 3 seconds. I don't remember where the manly bandana is. We have to visit 2 shops to buy 2 equipments for the same reason for the Metaton fight. And now we have to get past the hardest boss in the game right here. Only in one category do we actually sit there and go through Papyrus's whole fight. The reason I'm losing on purpose here is if you lose to Papyrus 3 times in a row, which we do this for every category, on the 4th time you come up to him, he'll ask you if you just want to not fight, and you say, yeah, I don't want to fight. And it actually saves, what, 1 minute and 45 seconds over doing the fight normally. The Papyrus fight is a very long fight. What's up, Kai and Lion? I hope I said that right. Spinning dog? Can't wait for the Metaton color puzzle? Yeah, that puzzle's impossible. We get to see all the Metaton puzzles and games in this run. So I told him I don't want to fight, and that's the end of it. Saved 1 minute 45 seconds. And since this is true passive ascending, we gotta go hang out with Papyrus. We do it now instead of coming back for it. Just because the boat takes a while to travel. Oh, I was memeing. The color puzzle's easy. But watch me fail it. The dates are really just a bunch of mashing fest. There are a couple speed techs in some of them. Like you can hit the bottom of Pyrus's mouth right here to choose his hat. And I wanted to refuse the spaghetti there, but I didn't. So I got some unskippable text, which made me lose a few seconds. Sure, I was. I need to grab the tutu here. I tend to forget that a lot. Since just another... Oh, no, I want to grab it. Let's get dumped by a skeleton. Just another one of the equipments we need for Metaton. We have 2 flower puzzles, and I tend to fail this first one more than the second one, which is very sad. This one's so easy. Or most people tend to fail this one. If you mash C while walking up to these flowers, you can pick them up from really far away. Frisk hitbox is very weird. Like, there's no hitbox on like the top half of his head. And that area, the top half of his head, if you extend that below his feet, like his hitbox is below his feet. It's very weird. I'm gonna be semi-manipulating these spears, so I don't have to stop, but just right there. Now, if we were doing the glitched run, we would diverge shortly after this cutscene, grab the punch card, and the punch card would let us skip most of the cutscenes in the game, and it cuts about a little over 20 minutes off of the glitchless run. The punch card's very broken. But we're definitely not gonna do that. I once submitted a TPE glitchless run where I grabbed the punch card. I told the moderators I grabbed the punch card and I may or may not have used it. So go ahead and verify my run. They weren't happy about that. We're not going to be fighting anything in this run except for Asgore, which is required to fight. My favorite part about using the punch card is skipping a lot of these little Monster Kid cutscenes. Monster Kid wastes so much time in this run. If you hold up and down in this room, you'll actually get a speed boost for some reason. And it's only in this room. Normally, Monster Kid would outspeed you and talk to you for a little bit, but we can just go right past that. Don't know why that works. I manipulate these spears by holding 2 directions. Like I'm holding up, so all the spears should appear above me. If you do it right, you'll never have to stop while going through this room. Was the stream lagging? No. Alright, coming up is the most important glitch in the run that saves absolutely no time, but is required, or the run is invalid. We have 2 chances to get it in this run. There, we got it. Jesus Frisk. He's walking on water. So I get hit on purpose right there, and that allows it so Mad Dummy gets hit by less of these cotton balls. So I get a favorable attack that has more cotton balls later in order to finish this in 5 cycles. So if I did it right, this should be the last turn. Yep. So that's a 5 cycle Mad Dummy. From here, it's just an auto scroller to the end. And even in glitchless, we can't skip Mad Dummy. There is this huge invisible wall that won't let you get past him, even if you use the punch card to move around in the cutscene. Toby was very lazy at the end of the game. Like, he put a whole bunch of invisible walls in the beginning of the game to prevent any skips. But starting at like Waterfall, he just kind of lacked in the invisible walls. Getting hit by the knife won't kill you. It just does 7 damage. A lot of people think it'll kill you. this will be the last equipment we're buying. We'll pick one more up in Hotlands. We'll have all the equipment for Metaton. So we're just gonna finish walking through Waterfall, approach the Undyne fight. Almost forgot how to walk through here for a sec. Yep, Temmie. There's one category where we do visit Tem Village, and that's for Temmie College. It's a meme category where we optimize gathering money in the run in order to pay for Temmie's college the fastest. And I surprisingly have world record in the meme run. Alright, we don't have to save Monster Kid here. It won't abort the True Pacifist ending. But I'm gonna save after this for safety, because it is possible to die in this fight. So for the first 4 turns of each of these phases, there's going to be 3 phases, I'm going to challenge Undyne, which makes her spears move a little bit faster. You can do that up to 4 times. And by the end of the 3rd phase, I want to be on 1 HP. And I do not want to get hit until the 3rd phase. Because every time you get hit, her spears slow down again. That was the last attack, so it was fine. I'm gonna stop right here. This manipulates Undyne's movement, so she'll stop during Papyrus's phone call, where she will not catch me again. Counting. I'm on 1 HP. Exactly where I want to be. I have to give water to Undyne, or I can't do her date later. She'll be sick. With the glitched run, you can actually walk past this cutscene, because as long as this cutscene never fully starts, it never sets that flag for Undyne being sick, and you can still date her. If you enter this cutscene at the very top, it saves a couple frames on, because Alfie's just walked straight left instead of walking down a little bit. The reason I'm coming into this Meditum quiz show at 1 HP is if I get a question wrong on his quiz show, he'll deal damage to me. And if he deals damage to me to where it's lethal, it'll skip all the questions in his quiz show and he'll go to the very end of it. Undyne is the fastest option here. Also the true option. Skipping that whole cutscene in quiz show still gives you the cell phone, which is kind of funny. I wanted to carefully flee there because I am still on 1 HP, and if I spare instead of flee, I have a good chance to die. Luckily there's a save point here. I'm going out of my way to grab the burnt pan here. It's the weapon we're going to use to fight Asgore. And I dropped the tough glove to make room for the last equipment item we're going to grab. You okay there, Raven? This right here is my favorite part of the game. Not the cooking show, but the jetpack also has the best song. That opinion is objective. If you disagree, you're wrong. Seven in the morning. It's too early. You start the jetpack cutscene from the top, it saves a few frames as well. I don't remember the exact amount of frames. And a no-hit jetpack is obviously the fastest. I think I've only done it once. It's not that easy. Best song right here. No one saw that. That was definitely a no-hit. Wow, I did it again. No-hits are easy. If you walk along the bottom of this room right here, you'll skip 4 phone calls you're supposed to get from Alfies, just because the triggers for the phone calls don't extend that far down. That's the last equipment we're grabbing. Almost forgot how to do that puzzle. Safety save. The Royal Guards fight can be a little tough sometimes. Yeah, that's right. We got the 2 Royal Guards together. Cap Pride. I think the fastest you can do this bomb game is with 61 seconds left on the clock. Two of these bombs you can actually hit like that. Stops them immediately. Hope you guys are looking forward to Muffet fight. I sure am. True counter-terrorist. Make it past that one. There we go. I probably have enough time to actually fight Muffet. Should I fight Muffet? I'm not gonna take time out of other runners. So let's just get it over with. Muffet takes forever. Yeah, but it's like the best fight. So we bought the spider donut earlier, and that just lets us instantly win the Muffet fight. Maybe you're confused why I'm going back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save here. And I'm saving after the Muffet fight, so I don't have to do it again. I'm gonna enter the play cutscene. Which one's my Undertale? I think it's this one. Immediately close and reset. And now I'll be able to... Oh, I forgot to... Whatever. Be able to skip the whole play. Go straight to the hardest puzzle in the game right here. That was pretty bad. You only want to shoot him once, because every time you shoot him, it delays this text a little longer. When we actually fight Mettaton, we actually don't want to shoot him to start off, and it's a little hard to time. Can just use a stick on magic. Another way the stick is useful. If you don't have the stick, you have to talk to magic, and that inverts your controls, which makes the turn a little more annoying. You have two options to unlock the way to Mettaton. You can do this puzzle, or you can do 3 fights. And hit a button. So we're just gonna do the puzzle. Much easier. Alright, that's my Mettaton save. So all these equipments we've been grabbing on the way are starting to become useful. So not shooting there saves a lot of time. What's up, Oscar?
Oh, yes.
Boston's Papyrus would be proud. So I need to equip these items quickly. I need to take damage because my ratings are decreasing. Every time I take damage, I get a little bit of a rating increase. That's not good. Oh no, we're not gonna make it. We were too short. Oh my god. I feel embarrassed. I messed up my own strat, but typing legs will give you enough points. So the game is kind of preparing us the whole time for this fight with Asgore. About every character we meet talks about us facing Asgore, and this is the long elevator. It's a 20-second elevator or something. I'm glad we could skip this in the glitch version. It's a very long elevator. Hope you guys are ready for the very interesting story seg Resident Sleeper. We get to learn about the past with the previous fallen human and Asriel. Spoiler alert. Press the wrong key. So similar to what we did with Metaton's play or opera, we're gonna save here. Open up a second game, and we're gonna close this game as soon as Sans starts speaking, and this will go from making his text unmashable to mashable. In the glitched run, we would save in the Judgment Hall room, and that would be the only save in the run, because we need to reload and go back and do the dates in True Lab. But in the glitchless run, we're going to save in the throne room, so we don't have to watch the throne room cutscene twice, because the throne room cutscene is very long. So first during this fight, we're going to eat the pie, which reduces his attack and defense. And then I'm going to hopefully get 4 critical hits. Not like that. I recommend playing it casually before seeing a speed run. So 4 critical hits like that, or a quad, will do about a little under double damage of getting 3 critical hits. And each critical hit is frame perfect in a 30 FPS game. He must be barely off dead. Yeah, he was 40 off. But 4 quads, that's a decent fight. It's a little faster to kill Asgore. This doesn't affect the true passive ascending because we're going to reload before we kill him. This whole Flowey boss fight is basically an 11-minute auto-scroller. It's kind of like a bullet hell, but it takes, I think, 13 hits to die, and you're constantly healed. So it's a pretty easy fight. Casually, it looks hard, because a lot of things are coming at you initially, but it's not that bad. Yes, cross-product. On a true reset, every time, you must do a neutral ending. To get the true pacifist one. I couldn't tell you were joking. Attacking Flowey here doesn't actually matter. What's up, Cabin? Yep, Nightmare Fuel. It's impossible to die in these soul phases, which is very convenient. You can damage boost straight to the act button. you can actually miss the act button on this, and you will not be able to catch it. If you hold upright and just mash Enter and Z, then you'll always hit the button. But for example, if you're on the bottom right, there's a chance that it'll go over you. I've seen a lot of new runners miss the act button that way. They have to do an extra phase. Flowey is a dirty hacker. Alright, left or right. It's 50-50 whether the act button comes from left or right here. I'm gonna go left, because I think the delay's too much. Hey, we got it. So I'm gonna reload the game as soon as the gun starts shooting flowers, and that saves the cutscene of the souls giving us a lot of health. I miscounted. Whatever. So now doing damage to Flowey actually does something, so this is the final phase. I'm going to be delaying my attack a little bit in order to set up a quick kill, because the fight button is set on a timer, not by how fast you attack him. And later in the fight button does more damage. So if you delay it, you'll start doing a little more damage when you're not supposed to. Like here. I missed the quick kill. I did that last one a little bit too quickly. But it only saves like 1 second to do a quick kill. What's up, wannabe Alicorn? Run invalidated, too many save states. I can't help that the game is making its own save states. This game cheats for me. It's faster to kill Flowey. He doesn't actually die. Alright. So now we've completed a neutral ending. We have to go complete the true pacifist requirements, which requires us to go date Undyne, Alphys, and then complete True Lab. Takes a little bit to get to Undyne. Every time we ride the Riverman boat, whatever this is, we always have to choose the second option, and people tend to overmash and waste 2 trips. The reason we do Undyne date after the neutral ending is in order to get the Undyne's letter, because you have to complete a neutral ending to get Undyne's letter. If you do Undyne's date before, you have to go to Snowdin first to grab Undyne's letter. Where here, she'll just give it to you right after the date. Never played this before watching a slight Earthbound bias. Have you played EB and would you agree? I actually run Earthbound, and it's my favorite game. But, I mean, it's similar, but not really. Might be. Yeah, I can see the weirdness, because both the games are kind of weird in their own good way. Slowly start sliding into the table crack. What's up, Hunter? I did not know that, but thank you for the reassurance. You're quite awesome yourself. Hmm. So now we have Undyne's letter. It's time to go date Alphys. This date has a little bit of speed tech, which requires good mashing. You could skip 3 of the dating start and stops by just mashing really fast. The ones after this one. That's 1, 2, 3. And if you skip the dating stop, the dating start music, I think this is, will continue over into the cutscene with Undyne. Jog boy. Anime's not real. Second time. Yep, we got it. This run is world record pace. We got 2 Jesus first. Alright, now that we've done all the dates, we're gonna start on True Lab. True Lab, we get to, wouldn't say fight, but spare 5 of the amalgamates, where we only do 3 of them in the glitched. But this whole section is just figuring out the truth of what Alphys was doing down here before we have to confront Asriel. In the glitched version, you basically wrong warp in and out of every room because the default position usually saves time. Like, the time difference is about 2 minutes faster with the punch card. It's very easy to soft lock too. You don't actually have to turn on all 3 sinks. You can just turn one off, on and off 3 times. Cell phone. Gotta use the cell phone to communicate and then refuse their offer. Yeah, it is easy to die here. If you're not used to the attacks. Using the stick on Endogeny ends it in 1 turn. He has the same spare function as Greater Dog, where it takes 5 turns or 5 acts to spare. But luckily, you can just use the stick to instantly spare. Oh my gosh. Actually forgetting which actions are the right ones. You can get screwed over by the RNG here with the teeth, because they can be on opposite sides and it's almost impossible to make it over. Whatever. Let's die here. Have to cheer. Well, joke with this amalgamate 3 times. You can die to it, but it won't attack you. A little glitch you can do just by wall humping behind the fridge. You'll get sucked in. Saves a little bit of time. Well, I can't call it a glitch. It's an exploit. Because this is a glitchless run. I totally didn't cheat. Click on. It's allowed in glitchless, just because you're doing, you're not doing anything that's against the mechanics of the game. Alright. So we activate this generator, and Alfie's gives us such a long dialogue. In the glitch version, you do an overflow, which gives her a very short text, which I'm so happy that exists, because mashing this takes so long. Likely excuse, yep. Just like wall humping is a glitch. So all we have left to do is the final boss of the game. This run should be done in about 15 minutes for whoever's going next. Oh hi, oh hi. We soft locked. Oh no. Don't worry, Raven, we saved. Some of the text boxes in this game will actually mash at 60 FPS. That flowy text right there was an example of it, which we don't know why some of them do and don't. It just happens. Bible thump. Don't get purged, Raven. It's an auto scroller until the music changes. Time is at the final dialogue box when I walk away with Toriel. It's about 9 minutes. Azrael would be there. Yep. I know that. I want to try to avoid getting hit here, but sometimes RNG won't let you. We're good. If you get hit there, you go down to 1 health instantly. But I'm already at low health, so if I take 2 hits before I have to save everyone, then I die anyway. Which I'm gonna try not to. Okay, I tried. Just want to die. Dying at the beginning of the attack is a little bit faster if you've already died once. Like, who did I save? I saved Halfies first. Whoops. The order doesn't matter, but it's not normal. Thank you, Raven. Well, rip no hit sands. I'm gonna eat the pie here, which saves 2 turns on this phase. Alright, there's about 5 minutes left from here. The world record right now is a 1:45:57 by Asira. It's done on the Japanese version of 1.05, which is the fastest version. My PB is a 1:48:34. So this is gonna be like a 151, low 151, high 150. Nope. I'm gonna hit him. Hit him again. I'm trying to menu over. Hitting him here doesn't matter, but it is faster to save or spare. The only gourd I'll eat. Oh my god. Since I'm way ahead of my estimate, I'll go ahead and hug the goat. But this was more of a D-Rust run, so I wasn't expecting to do so close to my PB at least. I haven't done this run in a while. Is this Undertale? No, this is Earthbound. Integer health-based system. I hope you're happy, Raven. I wasted 22.2 seconds. Hugging the goat takes 666 frames. Coincidence? I think not. Yeah, I love Earthbound too. What's up, Nick? Rip world record. Alright, time is gonna be like in a minute. Well, or less than a minute. Alright. That's TPE glitchless. Thank you everyone for watching. And I think what Mario Kart's next. Stay tuned for that.